No worries, ma'am.
Yes. So who wants to go and share the personal experiences?
Ma'am, can I share something?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, I'm in Himalayas. My network is not very good, so I have kept the video off. Otherwise, sound was disturbing. So,
It's okay.
ma'am, I just want to start with your permission with a small joke, if you all enjoy and it
Yeah.
becomes a stress buster. So
Please,
once in
please.
annual health, once in a school during an annual health checkup, only two teachers were found who had no BP or sugar problem. BP was absolutely fine, sugar was absolutely fine. Rest all the staff members, they were having problems. Management fired those two teachers. They told that they are not under stress, so they are not working hard.
Very, very true.
So
Very true, Dev.
ridiculous. So ridiculous. That means I also don't have anything, sir. I also don't have BP. I
So
don't have sugar. I don't
luckily,
have
I'm not
anything.
that
So
principal. I'm not that principal. Yes.
So means I mean to say, we Indians have a very good quality that out of all the stress and strains and in every situation, we take out some reason to be happy. Saurabh Ganguly says again another joke that there is no stress in life, only wife and girlfriend give stress. So again that is a joke, but things that we have to make ourselves enjoying the life. Rabin Sharma, motivational speaker, he says that purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. And Dr. Kalam says small aim is a crime. If we take your example, ma'am, had you not been operated at that time, maybe today you were not in UAE. You would have been working in India only in the same school only. That means that pressure comes, that stress comes, that struggle comes, that storm comes in our life to make us more efficient captain of the ship so that we can sail in our ocean of life more smoothly. So that is the thing. I passed out in 2000, was in aviation industry, so I thought that I have to work in metro cities, either Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, and food habits and pollution, all these things will not be suitable for me. I want to read a lot, so then I took the decision to change my field and then came into teaching. So initially for 5 6 months it was very struggling, very stressful. I always used to think and think, and whoever will watch me, will look at my eyes, will be afraid that how he is looking. That means I am always lost in some thoughts. But then I started enjoying teaching profession. I had my seniors every step. They used to mentor me by themselves. They themselves will approach me and guide me. They will do this thing, do this thing. So in that way, I became HOD. Then thinking about leadership. That if I become a leader, then I can influence more children. Then became school principal. Did excellent. Then again, call of soul, left the job, then started working in NGO sector. That no, Dr. Kalam says take a village and serve it. So I have started working in a remote area. So that struggle is going on, because whenever you work to do something, to give back to the society or nation something, you will have a inner
Thank
development.
you.
And
Thank
whenever,
you. Thank you, Dev. Yeah.
yes ma'am.
Thank you very much, Dev, for sharing such beautiful, beautiful thoughts with us. And it's really these thoughts that build our character and helps us to move ahead. And especially when you have mentioned about APJ Abdul Kalam, he is one of the role models even for all of us. All the EduFam
Yes ma'am.
family respect him. So these are the personal experience that we go through in our life. Some of you have already mentioned about the stresses. So here, you know, the God has given us natural mechanism to deal with the stress. I remember there was a program in my school long, long ago, 20 years ago, on the same thing, on the same theme, stress management. And the
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Yes, I felt मैम का कुछ टेक्निकल इश्यू हुआ है, that is why she is not able. तो इतना मैं आपसे कुछ कहना चाहूंगी, मैं आप सभी को 2 लाइनें बताना चाहूंगी, बोलना चाहूंगी. आई एम
Yes,
ऑडिबल
yes,
क्लियरली?
ma'am.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
कश्ती पुरानी है, कश्ती पुरानी है, दरिया बदल गया, मेरी तलाश का भी तो जरिया बदल गया, न शक्ल बदली न किरदार, बस लोगों के देखने का नजरिया बदल गया. तो शायद जब तक मैं 2 लाइन बोलती तब तक मैडम आ ही जाएंगी, शायद उनका कुछ नेटवर्क इशू हुआ है. तो हम लोग कंटिन्यू करते हैं. इफ एनीवन वांट टू शेयरिंग तो कैन डू शेयरिंग.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Like being administrator, I just want to say one thing. Like, if being administrator, someone is not complaining against us, that means we are doing nothing. So, if management is getting complaint against administrator, that means the administrator is very honest and doing something.
Thank you, Lokesh ji. Now anyone can.
See,
I'm
generally,
really
hello.
sorry. There was
Am I-
some
am I
issues with the
audible?
internet. So I'm
Right.
really very sorry for that. There were certain issues with the net. Now I think it is fine. So
I
thank you
feel
very
the
much.
this, madam, I feel this gap and I said 2 lines. Once more I repeated. कश्ती पुरानी है, दरिया बदल गया, मेरी तलाश का भी तो जरिया बदल गया, न शक्ल बदली न किरदार, बस लोगों को देखने का जरिया बदल गया. और लोकेश जी ने भी अपने थॉट्स शेयर करें तो वी यूजफुल दिस 2-3 मिनट. थैंक यू मैम.
Wow, Zarina, very beautiful, beautiful
But
share.
yes, ma'am, like, what did I share? Like being administrator, if management is not getting complaint against the administrator, so that means the administrator is doing nothing. So if management is getting the complaint against administrator, like principal, that means he's very honest, so he's doing his job.
Very beautiful. You know, my uncle was not like very educated, highly educated. He was just very, I think maybe high school pass or something, but he was a great businessman. So when I started, like from my student life, I started doing the programs and other things. And the people started like objecting also on different things, sometimes on the language, sometimes on the dresses, sometimes on the style or something, like the people have to speak about you. So when I was like in my teens, I used to be very upset with that, with those dialogues, with those things. My uncle used to say, nobody kicks the dead horse. If you are a dead horse, nobody is going to kick you. If somebody is kicking you, it means that you are doing something. It means you are a horse who is running, who is in the race. So people will tell you. And for that, we have to develop inner strength, not to be affected by those dialogues, by those gossips, by those comments of the people, those who are making on us. So that was my uncle's dialogue. I remember that. So the important thing is that we have to understand the triggers. Like suppose if there is a teacher, whenever she will see me, she will tell some dialogue, okay? Like some comment or something like that. So when we understood that she is the trigger of like spoiling my mood or making me off or lowering my energy, then what we have to do is that either we have to speak to her one-to-one in private, or otherwise if after doing one-to-one in private she is not listening, then just avoid, change the route, change the way. Why we have to go and then unnecessary poke our nose and then unnecessary invite the trouble for us? So we should understand the triggers and then we should try to formulate the strategies, that is coping mechanism. So dear friends, if today, whatever we have discussed so far in 50 minutes, so we have discussed that how stress is inevitable. But the important thing is that how we respond to it, it is in our control. As we all know the famous story that it's in your hand. The story of the wicked people in the village, and there was a sage and who was very pious person, and the wicked people brought a bird in the hand and showed the pious person and said that, okay, tell me what is in my hand. And then he said it is a bird. Then they said, okay, it is a dead or alive. So they were having bad intention. They were thinking if this gentleman will say alive, then they will just crush it and show that, okay, say this is dead. And you are wrong. You cannot even identify. And if he will say that it is dead, then they will just release the bird and say, okay, see, it is alive. So he understood the intention of the wicked people. And he said that whatever is in your hand, whatever is there, the bird which is in your hand, it's all in your hand, whether it is going to be dead or alive. So in the same way, whether we are going to be affected with stress, it is in our hand. How we respond to the situations, how we are going to react to the situation. Instead of reacting, we should always responding. So in this week, what we are going to do, that we are going to just practice one stress buster. We can select anything, like maybe going in the nature, walking with the nature, maybe mindfulness, maybe yoga, maybe meditation, maybe prayers, maybe going through the old memories, looking at the old photographs of the happy moments. You know, whether we always click the photographs of the happy moments, some picnics, some family trips, some marriages, some gatherings, some festivals, and then you go through those pictures. This is also a great release, stress releaser. And then we have to think about that how it is going to impact on our happiness and also on the satisfaction. So the greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. If one thought is bothering me, then immediately we have to replace with another thought that's going to make us happy. It is said by William James, and this is very true to our life, that if we are the slave of one thought, and that thought gives us stress, that thoughts gives us uncomfort, then what we have to do, we have to just change our mindset and move towards that. So my dear friends, today is a complimentary session for an hour, that it was announced that we are going to speak about only introductory part of the stress, but there is a full-fledged already course available on this that I have personally made in the light of my experiences, and it's already available on this website. I'm going to give you the link of this. You all can click and you all can find out, but this is the recorded one, this is the video one. If some of you don't want to go to the video one, like to learn more about this, you want person to person like we are doing right now, the live sessions as we are doing right now, if you want that, so we have the option even for that also. If you don't want to go for the recorded one, then you can go for the live one also. So I'm going to give you the details of the live one as well. We have 5 modules, and this is 5 sessions, 5 modules, 7th January to 11th January. It is going to be at the same time as we are meeting today, 7 p.m. UAE time. At the same time, we will be meeting and we will be having the live session for 1.5 hours, where we are going to discuss in details different aspects of the stressors. And don't go on this pricing, because this pricing is for the recorded one. The video course that is already on the website available, I have already shown you and given you the link. But if you really want to help yourself, help your relatives, your siblings, your near and dear ones, yourself, then you join, and then it is going to be just for 150 AED. It is too less. Even one session is less than a meal. Like when you go outside and dine outside with your friends, with your family, I believe that you spend more than this for one session. So there are 5 sessions that you are going to learn, and this is the ticket size of those 5 sessions, only 150 AED. So thank you very much, everyone. It was really wonderful to keep you here for 1 hour, to understand your feelings, to understand your stresses. And I wish that I can help you all in whatever capacity I can do for you people. I'm always available. As you know, that EduFam have different types of programs, different types of workshops. We have the collaborations in our trainers and coaching programs. You can be the coach and trainer on our platform. You can be the green ambassadors on our platform. You can be the mentor at our platform of EduFam, that is international platform. To know more about this, please join this Saturday. We are going to have one networking session where all our stakeholders, where all our office bearers will be there, and they will be speaking about their success stories, that how they have gained the success in their lives through helping each other, through monitoring each other, through mentoring each other, and through providing the opportunities to each other. So now we have last 10 minutes. If you have any questions, any queries, you want to ask anything, whether it is personal, professional, about the course, about not the course, about your own personal things, you are most welcome. You can always ask me. Thank you very much, everyone. It was really wonderful to interact with you all. Now the house is open for you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful session. Really, I got what stress I have right now.
Yes, Zarina, I know that you are a very talented principal. And you know, the principals, they have their own mechanism. When I was the principal, I used to say that only the people they have one screw loose are going to become the principal, because it is so much a stressful position. I can understand, you know, how many emotions we go up and down throughout the day. One teacher is coming crying, the other is coming laughing, the parent is coming with some good news, the other parent is coming for the fighting. And you know, throughout the day, so much up and down is happening in our life. And we have to cope up with the situation. Then there is inspection, there is observation, there is CBSE, there is ministry, there are management people, there are visitors, there are parents, and how much stress we have. But if you are capable enough, you can very easily cope up with the situations. And Anita ma'am has already proved, Zareen is already proving, Shabana is already proving, because they are in the position, leadership position. Two of my students has become now the leadership position, like Aisha Tazeen and Zareen from Saudi Arabia. I'm very happy for them. And I don't know much about Bushra. Bushra, can you please tell us about you? There was Bushra here.
Ma'am, hello.
Hello, yes, Rajeshji.
I wish to share a few lines with you, with your permission. See, as
Yes,
we
yes,
all
please
into
go ahead.
the leadership positions, we have plenty of situations where we need to lose our patience. So we all need emotional intelligence. That is a need of the hour, ma'am. Emotional intelligence really makes us an efficient leader, because man is an emotional being, and emotions run. They're very common, and it runs in a day with different swinging in moods. So managing our emotions is very, very important, and it is required for all the leaders, ma'am, because that is the area where our success is greatly defined.
Very true, Rajeshji. Yes, emotional intelligence is one of the greatest weapon with the leaders. And once we are expert in this, they can very easily handle the situations. I know that mostly leaders are capable enough. That's why they are in the leading position. But you know, there are people, those who are in our surroundings, because somebody has messaged me when I advertise this flyer. Somebody messaged me that one of my friend, she's in need of this. How much is the fee for this session? I said, no, this session is complimentary and she can very easily join without any fees. There is no fee. But yes, if she really needs one-to-one session, she really needs intervention in that situation, then naturally, then we will go for the professional sessions with her. That one of the ladies in the contacting me and asking some professional help for that. So,
And
and
even
you
I have
know,
given the formula also. Sorry to interrupt you. Formula there. Emotional triggers. What we have to, as you said, we need to identify our triggers first. Which are, suppose we are working in the office, means we need to identify our triggers in office. And if it is in family, we need to
yes,
identify the trigger in the family, and we need to check the response, emotional response, reaction. Then the outcome is based on the emotional reaction. That's what OR. So emotional outcome. If it is a positive reaction, we'll get positive outcome. If it is negative reaction, we'll get negative outcomes, ma'am. So that how we need to work and balance with people, because we always overcome. We need to overcome the stress. That is very important, because the stress only makes us whether we are in a happy mood or delightful mood, or in a good condition or not.
so
That's
Rajesh
how.
ji, you join our Saturday program, because Saturday program is really a good program that promises you the collaboration, and you can be the partner of EduFam in certain our courses, our programs, our green lifestyle,
I'm a
because
trained.
we are sustainable
I'm a
lifestyle
trained.
coach.
I'm a trained professional in emotional intelligence and as well as in happiness, ma'am. I'm a happiness trained professional.
Yeah, so we will be very happy to have you on board on our platform,
Right.
so that you can get the global audience, global participants, and global
Right.
exposure as well. So please join on Saturday. Lokesh ji, you also join on Saturday, and rest all others are already going to join on Saturday. And thank you very much, everyone. It was really
Thank you.
lovely interacting with you. And when we speak, when we share our ideas with each other, we learn a lot. I have learned a lot from you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the session. It's really a very lovely session.
Yeah, thank you, Lokesh. Thank you very much. And you are most welcome. If you want to be connected with EduFam platform, you are please WhatsApp me separately, or otherwise come on Saturday. We will be discussing about that. There will be like international people on that day with us, all our stakeholders, or our president, our secretary general from different countries. So they all will be there. So we will discuss in details. Thank you.
Sure,
May
ma'am.
God bless you, everyone. It was lovely spending time. I am Dr. Halima Saadia signing off. But always you will be in my heart, in my prayer, and always be happy, keep smiling. And I wish I could help each one of you personally. I just pray to God to give me wisdom, strength, power, and understanding to understand your issues and problems and make you people happy. Thank you and good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you, ma'am. Good night. Good night.
Good night, Anita ji. Good night.